Welcome back everybody to another video of Yamkela Manya Speaks Football. Here we speak everything football. International football is break. Yo, one of the boring time of my life. I think any football fan will agree with me. When it comes to international break, it gets boring because club football is where the fun it is. When it comes to international break, the game is slower. Everything about the international break, man, it's just not on. But yeah, Bafana is performing well now, so there are games I watch, which is Bafana. Back in the days, I used to get angry when it's international break because I can't even watch European teams anymore because I don't get any fun watching England, Germany, whatever you want to call them. I don't get any fun because I do not support any of those teams. I might support a club in England, Chelsea Football Club in this matter, but when I'm watching England, Germany, or Spain, or whatever it is, I don't get the same excitement as I would get if I'm watching Bafana. It's just different. I don't know how. It just gets different. I don't know. But when I watch Bafana winning, then international break are no longer that boring. Yeah, they are boring, but not that boring when Bafana is winning. Like this past one, it was actually nice for me to see us throwing with Nigeria and beating Lesotho. Yeah, we still have that issue with Mukwen. But more about that, I think during when we do qualify for the World Cup, because I don't think I still have the energy to talk about Bafana on this channel. So it'll be more about Mamelodi Sundowns. Yeah, so where do we start with Mamelodi Sundowns? Apparently we have signed a player by I think, what is his name? Matheosinho. Yeah, he's a Portuguese. Okay, let's read about him, then we'll talk more about him. Mamelodi Sundowns is very interested in Matheosinho and has already made a proposal of 1.5 million euros, which equates to 30,535,635 rand, to Santa Clara in Portugal. The 27-year-old Brazilian winger has been standing out on loan at Sporting Recife in Brazil, which will receive 20% of the deal as a showcase fee. Yeah, as you heard about it. So we are looking to sign this player. He's currently now playing at Santa Clara in Portugal. He's on loan at Santa Clara in Portugal. So no, he's a Santa Clara football player in Portugal, but he's loaned back to Brazil. He is a Brazilian, but loaned back to Brazil to a club called Sport Recife. So if we do sign him, from that 53 million, from that 30 million, Sport Recife will get a 20% loan because they've been showing out the player. For Mamelodi Sundowns, you know, there's such a player who's good enough. We saw him at Sport Recife. So even though we are negotiating with who's this club, with Santa Clara, Sport Recife will get 20%, which I think is a good deal for Sport Recife. Like, it's a well deal. Like, whoever negotiated that deal, yeah, he's an animal. He's a beast when it comes to negotiating. Yeah, so Mamelodi Sundowns are looking to sign this player. He's a Brazilian. I hope we're not signing another thug. That's what I just want to say. I hope we are not signing another thug. I hope we are signing a player which is good enough and will be loyal to Mamelodi Sundowns, like Peter Shalulile has been loyal to Mamelodi Sundowns. You know, when I think about Peter Shalulile, I think about Omaseko, Omudau, Litlaku, and all these other players, even Riebero in this case, who have been very, very unprofessional when they've been negotiating with Mamelodi Sundowns. Whether they're negotiating for them to be released to go to another club, or whether they, in Mutau's case, where he's negotiating to be for a salary increase, they'll go AWOL. They won't come to practice. They will force Mamelodi Sundowns' hand. But look at Peter Shalulile. So I hope this guy is like Peter Shalulile. I hope he will show Mamelodi Sundowns respect. I hope, even though I know we're going to play him. I know he's going to be one of the best players in Africa. And the world clubs will come and want to sign him. I hope he will show respect when other clubs are coming to sign him. I hope he won't go AWOL. I hope he won't do what Riebero has done, which we'll go into a bit later. I hope he won't do that. I would like to, if the deal does go through, I hope it does go through, because look, at the current moment, the only number 10 we have is Zwane. And yeah, I know he's back, but we'll speak about him also later. The only number 10 we have is Zwane. And when he's injured, and Zwane at his age is bound to get injured more often than not, who do we have as a number 10? When teams decide to sit back and not and not come forward and play ball with us, it becomes a struggle to break those lower blocks. So I hope this guy is a good number 10. I hope he will show us, but he's a Brazilian. So what am I expecting from a Brazilian? I'm expecting a ball. I'm expecting a person who knows how to play football. So yeah, I hope the deal goes through. Like, I really hope the deal goes through. But what I wouldn't like, I have to stress this out. I hope Cardoso is not gonna play. Mamelodi Sundowns is not gonna become a second string for Brazil. I hope we won't find ourselves where the entire team is Brazilians, because we have just let go of another Brazilian, and here we are signing another Brazilian. We have Silas already, so we have about 3 Brazilians. No. Riebero is gone. We'll have again 2 Brazilians. Then we have a Chilean, and what is that all? Yeah, that's all. Why do I think we had a lot? Oh, some of them are on loan, the likes of Ascaval. Yeah, some of them are on loan, which is Ascaval, I think, is an Argentinian. And this other guy, Mendieta, he's long gone, he's back in Europe. I always thought Mendieta was Mamelodi Sundowns, but I was shocked. Why am I seeing the guy playing anymore? Yeah, he also went to Europe. He was also released, so he's in Europe. Yeah, guys, so yeah, I hope this guy, if we do sign him, I hope he will become a great player. I hope we get to see what he's made of, and I hope he takes the PSL by storm. We move on to Zwane. Just to touch base on Peter Shalulile. Peter Shalulile, I love you, my friend. I enjoy what you do, and I hope many players get to see how a professional football player behaves. That's what I also wanted to say about you. We touch base on Zwane. Zwane, apparently the man is back. Themba Mshishi Zwane. Oh, the GOAT is back. Yeah, guys, the GOAT is back. But I don't think we will be fit enough to play on Sunday, even though we're playing Marquez. But I hope who's this guy? Cardoso will give him some few minutes. Cardoso must not do to Themba Zwane what he has done to Mvala. That guy has actually freezed Mvala. We might not want to speak the truth and be honest, but Mvala has been freezed. That's the honest truth. Mvala has been freezed. So I hope he gives him 30 minutes, he brings him in the 30th minute, because I know Marquez is going to sit back like they did the last time we played them. I know you're asking yourself, how is it possible that we are playing on a final weekend, and we are playing Marquez at the same club we just played about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Look, our league, if you are from another club, I'm from another country, and you are interested in PSL, and you are shocked how does this happen, let me just give you a bit of an insight of why is this. Africa is big, like really big. So when is the business end of the Champions League season and also the business end of the league, games become congested, and then you have to give players 42, I think 48 or 56, I think 56. Yeah, I think it's 3 days, 56 hours of rest, and then Africa is big. So, and in Africa it's not easy to travel. You don't travel from here straight to Egypt if you are playing in Egypt. Sometimes you have to travel from here to Saudi Arabia, which is another continent, then back to Africa. So the PSL is trying by all means to get these clubs, the likes of Mamelodi Sundowns, Orlando Pirates, Chiefs, and Stellenbosch. They're trying by as much as they can for them to play as many games as they can of the league now, so that we don't have an issue where many games are going to be postponed, because sponsors, they start to complain. And also the D clubs start to complain if the sponsors, if I meant the league, wants to please the sponsors by forcing the clubs to play as many games as it's not possible. The clubs start to complain, the players start to get fatigued, some players start to fake injuries, some really do get injured. And for our instances, we have only Themba Zwane as number 10. So imagine if a 36-year-old is going to play, is going to travel those distances, play as many intensified games like those. So he's bound to get injured, and if he gets injured, he won't even play the AFCON in December. And you see, we even have the AFCON this year in December. So I understand why we are trying to squash games inside, because when it's going to be AFCON, it's going to be an entire break. For the entire PSL season, it's going to be a break. And when it's a break, it's going to be a big issue, because imagine now, the entire December and January, there will be no games. How many games are those? Let's say 4. That's 8 games already in the league. And then the Champions League is coming, and we still have to travel so much, because the traveling in Africa is not as the traveling in America. I'm saying America. I meant in South America or in Europe, because those are the 2 continents which take football seriously. South America is very small, and traveling there it's short, and also in Europe. But while in Africa it's very big, our continent, you might see it in these world pictures as a very small very small continent, but in reality it's very, very big. South Africa alone, my country alone, and it's not even one of the biggest in Africa. We still have Congo, we still have the likes of Algeria. Those countries are big. My country alone, just to make an example, can carry how many countries in Europe? Portugal, England, let's say the United Kingdom, France, Netherlands, Spain, and I think also Germany, because Northern Cape is as big as Germany, Eastern Cape is as big as France, Western Cape is as big as England, and then you have the likes of Limpopo, KZN, Northwest. You see, so my country is big. Just it alone, traveling from Gauteng to Eastern Cape for a European player who don't feel like they're playing Champions League, they're traveling to another country. So yeah, so that's why they're trying to squash these games. Don't be shocked if you find us again playing against a team we've recently just played against. Yeah, but the big news, the big news of today is Riebero. Oh, Riebero, guys, Riebero. So Riebero, this name Riebero, this guy is a thug. We literally signed a thug, guys. We literally signed a thug. Like, this is a gangster that we signed. A brilliant footballer, but a gangster of note. No wonder this guy was once wanted by cops in Europe for some shady things, shady business. This guy is a gangster. Let's just read something. Let me just read you something. Lucas Riebero announces his farewell on social media. Then he's unveiled as a new player for Cultural White Deportive Leonesa. All this time, Mamelodi Sundowns have remained silent. What's going on? I'm going to wait till they officially say something on this. It doesn't end there, guys. Let's read another piece from Marcelo Colli. Another. 1st of August, terminated his Sundowns contract. This based on the Daera ruling by the CJEU. 31st August, he signed 1 year with this new club of his from Spain. I can't even read that word. Sundowns and SAFA opposing issuing ITC. 11 September, Costa and Leonis requested ITC from FIFA. 12 September, ITC granted and unveiled by new club. The PSL footballer of the season is cleared and eligible to play for the Spanish club, but case with Sundowns not over. Will be heard by FIFA Football Tribunal and, if necessary, on appeal by the Court of Arbitration for Sport. Yeah. So, guys, we are dealing with a gangster here. Let me first give you like a bit of facts what's going on here. Riebero was wanted by a club from Qatar Sports Club, but they could not come to an agreement with Mamelodi Sundowns for the fee, for the amount Mamelodi Sundowns which deemed was the correct amount for the most valuable asset. He then took us to FIFA, claiming just cause, meaning that Mamelodi Sundowns was negotiating in bad faith, meaning that we do not want to release him. We are actually holding him hostage. Then FIFA used the Lance Diarra case. They granted him the release clause, meaning that he's now a free agent. Let's hold there just a bit. Imagine if every player can do this. Imagine if Mutau can do this, Letlago can do this, Shalulile can do this. Imagine, not even only at Mamelodi Sundowns, imagine if every player at every club in the world can do this. What would be the point of contracts? Why should clubs hold the end of the contract, but players not hold the end of the contract? Because what's going on here, Riebero has not held his end of the contract. He has signed a 1-year contract for this club. What does this mean? It means that this club is trying to run away from responsibility. What they're trying to do is to make sure that when this thing ends, because it can take about a year or two, it won't take a year. He only signed a year with this club, so it's gonna take about a year or two with FIFA. If after 2 years we then find out that he was the one who was incorrect, will he owe a compensation to Mamelodi Sundowns, or what will happen? Because as far as I know, a contract means that there's an obligation from both sides. One side is, you're going to represent my club and I'm going to pay you a certain amount for a specific time. And your obligation is that you must show up every time we have a game. So now, his obligation, his responsibility in this matter is that he must show up, and he's not showing up to his employees, in this case being Mamelodi Sundowns. So we'll wait and see, but it will take about 2 years. By the time this case is finished, I think majority of us will have already forgot about the man, because he was a hope. We took him as a hope in Belgium, playing for a second division team. No one knew about him, and we made him a star, and this is how he behaves, like a bloody thug. But he's a Brazilian. What do we expect? All Brazilian are thugs, and the agents are also thugs. It's just a known thing. They're all from those favelas, whatever the hell they are. Yeah. So I hope we never face such a situation again. I hope we never sign another Brazilian thug, a Brazilian in this matter. I will never sign another Brazilian. Yeah, guys. Love and leave you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button to be notified once a new video has been uploaded. Oi!